Hello, it's Cried here. For those who don't know me, my content is mostly optimization with numbers, so this will be an unusual video. Enjoy! The greatsword is not a great sword, because it is no greatsword at all, but a colossal sword. On fire affinity, it becomes a fire greatsword, but the Fire Knight's greatsword is not fire infused. The Knight's greatsword, on the other hand, is a greatsword thanks to its unique moveset. When put on fire affinity, the Knight's greatsword becomes the Knight's fire greatsword, which is not to be confused with the Fire Knight's greatsword, which is, once again, not a greatsword, nor fire infused. On fire affinity, Fire Knight's greatsword becomes the Fire Knight's fire greatsword, which is a confusing naming convention indeed, especially if you consider the Fire Knight's fire shortsword, which is the Fire Knight's shortsword on fire affinity. Likewise, Fire Knight's shortsword is no shortsword at all, as shortsword is a shortsword of the straight-sword weapon class. The twin blade is a twin blade with twinned blades. But Rolana's twin blades is not a twin blade, and does not have twinned blades, even though twinned knight swords is indeed yet another twinned twin blade. The crystal staff is a glintstone staff. The rotten staff is not a glintstone staff. But the rotten crystal staff is a glintstone staff. The spear is a spear. On sacred affinity, it is the sacred spear. But the Blood Fiend's sacred spear is not a sacred spear, since it is not a spear on sacred infusion. While it is not a great spear, it is a great spear. Putting fire affinity on the spear turns it into the fire spear. Putting sacred affinity on the spear turns it into the sacred spear. But putting flame affinity on the spear does not turn it into the flame spear, which is a weapon art. Instead, it turns the spear into the flame art spear, which is no weapon art. You might think that the spear is superfluous, but the Guardian's sword spear is no sword and no spear, but the only sword spear of the halberd class. A lance is a great spear, but the sword lance is not a great sword nor a great spear, as it is neither a great sword nor a great spear. The pickaxe is not an axe, let alone a great axe or great axe. It is a great hammer. The club is a hammer. The large club is a great hammer. But the great club is not a great hammer, since it is a colossal weapon. Yet the curved great club is a great hammer, even though it isn't a great hammer. Like and subscribe. If you want to support my work, please consider buying my fantasy novel or donating to my Patreon down below. With a book purchase, you can also request a topic from me. Crite, signing out.